beautiful Cheekadies, and welcome to today's diary entry. It's Valerie Alicia. Today we are going to be talking about my top 5 brushes, and holy cow, this was definitely hard. I tried to narrow it down to brushes that I use on a daily basis and that I cannot live without in my collection, so that still made it hard. But I finally narrowed it down. It was so hard. I was seriously so tempted to have 6 instead of 5. But I told myself, no, I'm not going to do it to you guys. I'm going to keep it to 5. Also, be sure to check out my friend Melissa's top 5 brushes, Mel's Makeup 88. I'll leave everything down below so you in the description box so you don't miss out on it. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first brush that I have here to show you that I use on a daily basis is the Sonia Kashuk in number 29, and this is a blush brush right here. And the reason why I like it is because it's almost like the same size of like a small kabuki brush, but I like that it fits perfectly right here on the that little point right here where you're supposed to actually put the blush. I just love how it's perfect and it fits right there where you're supposed to put the blush, and then it blends like a dream. I really like it. It is super soft. It's Sonia Kashuk, so I got it at Target, and to my surprise, I wasn't expecting to fall in love, but I have been having a hard time looking for a blush brush. So I kept trying brushes and I was like, I don't like you. You're okay. But then this one came and changed the blush game for me. Because I really like how it blends, and it's super smooth, and it just fits perfectly right here. It's not too big, not too small. It's just the perfect size, and it blends incredibly. Next one I have here to show you, I'm gonna start with the face, and then I have 2 eye brushes to show you. This is the Sigma tapered highlighter brush, and this is F35, and this is what it looks like right here. I stinking love this brush. It is so versatile. So you can use it to highlight, but what I like to use it for is to set my concealer with. Yes, I know, I saw Jaclyn Hill do it, and I was like, let me give it a try. And oh yes, I really like this brush to do that. It just gets right up in that inner corner right here in your eye and definitely sets that concealer. And that is exactly the reason why I really like it, to do just that, to set my concealer with. But to highlight, it definitely does a fantastic job at placing that highlight on the high cheeks of your the high points of your cheeks. What is wrong with me? So I really like it for that, but at the same time I like how I use it for setting my under eye concealer. The next one I have here to show you, and then we'll move on to eyes, is the Sonia Kashuk stippling brush, the large one, in number 115, and this is what he looks like right there. So I like this one to blend in when I use a little too much. So that's why it's in my everyday use, because I feel like I get a little too excited with especially my bronzer. So what I do is when I put too much bronzer on is I go in with this guy and blend it all out, even if I have already put on my blush. Actually, I even do it after I put on my blush, just to make sure that they blend in together and it doesn't look like it's too sharp. So I use this one for that, and I really like it. I've actually used it to put on my foundation before, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't my favorite, because I feel like to do foundation looks with this one, it would have to be a much smaller brush, because I can definitely see like the streaks of when I was putting on my foundation. So not to put on foundation, but to blend. Oh, this one does such a fantastic job. Okay, moving on to eyes. And this brush is unlike any other brush that I have, and I have tons of brushes when it comes to both face and eye brushes, but this one is the MAC 242, and this is what it looks like. I just stinking love how thin it is. I love how it picks up the eyeshadow, and then you can definitely place it, especially when you don't want to get it in that in the crease of your eye. This one does such a good job at packing that eyeshadow in there. I really like it because it's not thick, it's just thin, and like I said, it just does such a good job at packing that eyeshadow like you want. This one I use whenever I think I'm about to use my finger. I'm like, let me try with this one first and then I'll try my finger. You know, fingers are the best thing to use to put on eyeshadow, especially to pack it on. But with this one, I love it because if I have to spray a little Fix Plus, since it picks up the eyeshadow so well, I can just spray it and pick up and pack it on. But this one, I have to say, it's definitely worth the splurge. It's worth every single penny. I know it's MAC, so that means it's expensive, but it's definitely worth it if you want to step up that eyeshadow game. The last one I have here to show you is the Sigma Blending Brush in E25, and this is what it looks like right here. I know that MAC has a similar one to this one, but I wanted to show you this one because I feel like they both are exactly the same, and this one's a lot cheaper than the MAC one. So this one, with this one and this one, I feel like you can do a complete eye look, and that is exactly why I wanted to show them to you. I like that it's white so that you can see exactly how much you're picking up and what eyeshadow you last used so that you can make sure you clean it up. This one does such a fantastic job at multitasking. You can use it to put some eyeshadow in the crease. You can use it to put some eyeshadow on the bottom lash. Sometimes if I don't want to use multiple brushes, I just use this one and I pinch it and I get all up in my waterline down here, and it does such a good job. I really like this brush exactly for that because it's just so multitasking. I feel like with these two you can get pretty much everything done. So I like it. It's Sigma, so it's a lot cheaper, and like I said before, if you want to step up that eyeshadow game, let's upgrade. Okay, my beautiful Cheekadies, so that is all for my top 5 brushes. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out Melissa's top 5 brushes. Once again, everything will be linked down below. And I don't think I have anything else to say except I'll see you on my next diary entry, and until next time, un besote. Mwah. Bye.